actually the first time I've used my DJI mic for my own personal use. Why do we stop doing things that we really like? I haven't recorded a YouTube video in probably like a year and a half, we'll say. I've been very back in it over the last 3 weeks now, I'd say, after spending end of April, start of May taking off a big chunk of fat again, man. Ever since, mid 2023, probably around this time last year, I've just taken the absolute mick out of, my nutrition and my training, and just been on the road with the camera and working. But only in the last couple of weeks I've brought everything back around and, gotten back that eagerness for absolutely everything. Apologies, the camera is shaking like fuck. I wasn't actually asked, I wasn't going to actually start recording again until my new camera arrived, but I'm going to be waiting. So, started on the iPhone this morning, and it actually, isn't the worst. It's easy to record with compared to a big setup like this, but what stopped me from pulling the R6 out as well and recording? I am waiting for the new one to arrive, and I was thinking, wait for the perfect time to start back when the new camera arrives and it's, more fit for purpose. But this is perfect. This is going to be very nice. So we're back with this. I'm on my way in to do a shoot this morning in King's Gym, Limerick, which is a great excuse for me to get a session in there. 2 months ago, I would have been, fuck this, I had an editing day today, and I fit in one of the lads to do an edit for him, who's in prep at the moment. And I said, I have this little bit of time, I have a good bit of work done this morning, so I can go in and train before I do a shoot with him. So that's exactly what we're going to do. It's absolutely pissing down, which is the usual, but obviously I'm not usually recording, so hopefully the mic doesn't pick up too much rain, and hopefully the mic is recording nice. Hopefully it's recording nice. But yeah, we're training 5 days a week at the moment, which is, I haven't trained, even when I was, semi-locked in, you could say, I wasn't barely getting my 5 days training in, to be completely honest with you. And there's nothing wrong with, less training than that, but I have that want to just get into the gym every day nearly now. Don't get me wrong, my rest days are class because I'm absolutely hammered since getting back into it and having that aggression inside the gym. But man, it feels good. We're doing, stuff in the gym that I was doing before, but obviously not huge amounts of it. I'm going to be very awkward. Like, even just a fella there just looking at me when I was driving past with the big camera out here, I'm going to be awkward as fuck. It's going to take me a while to get back into recording in the gym and stuff. But the new camera that arrives will make it a little bit easier for that. But yeah, back into it. Food is just absolutely nailed. Things are going well. I'm sitting at just under 85 kilo at the moment. It's kind of been dropping over the last couple of days now again, for some reason. But that's obviously because, I'm probably still in quite a deficit with the amount of output that I'm doing. Some work days at the moment, I could end up on 25,000 steps. Yesterday wasn't too bad. It was like 14,000, but the day before was like 25,000, which is, fairly hard on the legs. And the legs is the one area, that's really far behind comparative to other body parts. Like, everywhere needs to come up. I've done a handful of training sessions in the last year, so we're not, in any way, shape or form, just solely focusing on certain body parts or anything like that right now. So we're just focusing on getting into the gym, enjoying it. I'm not putting any, saying I'm going to do this and saying I'm going to do that. Just going to see if we can stay at it and just stay at it and enjoy the fuck out of it, because that's what the gym's all about. You'll know from my videos, if you've watched them in the past, what I've been like. The reasons why I, got into this whole thing in the first place, that's going to be very, very bright. I'm not even in focus anymore. Come on, lad. I might be back in focus. It is very bright, but because I'm shooting in C-Log and I lended my ND filter to one of the lads for a job, I can't put that on, but we'll work with what we have because I wouldn't be recording this video otherwise. I'm chatting away here now because it's been so long. So these videos are really for my enjoyment, getting back to it, because I absolutely love YouTube. YouTube is my favorite platform across the board. I've only literally just gone back, posting bits and bobs here on Instagram, my kind of stuff, what I was doing, and my updates and stuff, because I like doing that. I like to post what the story is and stuff. Not that anyone gives a shit, but just because I like doing it. So I'll be back posting my food and shit like that again, if anyone has any interest at all. You'd be surprised. When I'm on these long drives, it's just about watching different videos, and you get invested into people, what they do, just watching what they eat on a daily basis. I know that sounds weird to the average person. Man, am I not in focus at all? I make videos for people for a living now, and I can't even focus myself. Should have it in manual focus, but you know yourself, when you start watching someone, especially in like this bodybuilding game, you get stuck into it. If you're in a prep, watching food videos is, you hate to admit it, but that's what you do, that's what you do. I wasn't watching YouTube only up until recently, but I'm on these long journeys and stuff, and because I'm kind of back into it, started watching a few YouTube videos again. Literally, the only reason I did pull out the camera is because obviously I have it with me before I go working, but because I've nowhere to actually put the phone here in the Jeep. I'm using the brother's Jeep today, and there's nowhere to put the phone without it falling over, and I can actually see myself in the screen on the camera as well, which is handy. So I'm going to get into the gym. King's Gym it's a spot. €5 day pass. Membership is €30 a month. And with the day pass, I think you get like a pre-workout and a post-workout shake or something like that. I could be wrong. You get something anyway with it, unless it's gone. It's a couple of months since I was in there, but we're going to get in there. I might have a couple of clips, I might not, but we'll see. You obviously saw my pre-workout food this morning. I'll show you a couple of meals throughout the day, but yeah. That's the only thing with Kingsman. It's fucking closed. The door is closed at the moment anyway, but there's another fellow over there waiting, so we'll see in a couple of minutes. I'll give it a few minutes anyway, and then I'll text that fella and tell him it's not looking good for today. While we're waiting, I might as well run through the current setup with everything. Obviously we're training 5 days a week. We've got push, density, rest, push again, which is today, legs, pull, delts, rest on a Sunday. So I'm training out of the bodybuilding, which go back a good lot of videos, you'll know that was the gym that I trained out of for my first photo shoot prep, which is the first time that I was like proper stuck into this and I got into proper condition. And those vlogs that I was making back then, hands down favorite videos I've ever made, because they're the exact videos that I like and I love to watch. And whatever reason I kind of strayed away from that, and that's why I want to get back to that, just vlogs, proper video logs, just easy stuff I was only getting used to back then, and I'm back only getting used to it now, and enjoying it. So I want to continue enjoying it as much as possible. Food wise, we are still low, not compared to what we were a couple of weeks ago. Again, with Keen obviously running things, it's a little bit back and forth with it now. I've just said to him, and from the start really, but I just give my input here and there. I let him take control of everything else. We went pretty much fairly into the start of the diet, we'll say, zero carb. Just took carbs out, maybe not that far into it, but I just said, look, let's just take out carbs. I run perfectly fine off zero carbs. It'll only be another few weeks time when energy is really back up, where I'll notice energy was probably in the shitter, and it was in the shitter, but it gets the fat off quicker. We took off 18 kilos of fat, I think. I might put some pictures up on the screen here. It wasn't looking good, bruv. It was not looking good for a long time. But we're back now in, you know, the best shape that I've, you know, been in a fucking long time. And the only goal that I have right now is just to have a successful gainer phase and have a successful period. The only successful things I've done in the past is diet. And that's just because I've, you know, been able to get locked in. If I can get locked into a gainer phase, which I've never been able to do before, things should be fairly interesting. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Food is at 2,450 7 days a week. I spoke to Keane about off plans and stuff. We've put an off plan in now. He said off plan. Ideally, you'd want to be putting it in, you know, probably pre or post legs or something. He was saying legs land on a Friday, so ideally you'd probably be putting it in, you know, pre legs maybe, but we'll see. When I do move to 2 off plans, I will go, you know, obviously 1 pre-legs and then probably 1 at the weekend then as well. But right now, when I do get the chance, I'd probably just have 1 at the weekend when I see Danny a lot more, because I obviously don't see her, you know, a massive amount during the week with work. And, you know, I don't really want to waste it. I want to be able to go do something with her and obviously get it done. So yeah, there's Mirren. Gym should be open again. We're going to get in, get at it, and fucking have a good session, man. So let's go. That was very good. That was very, very nice. I didn't actually record a huge amount in the gym, but because I was like, you know, back, like, you know, I didn't want to be going in with this camera and be like, yeah, I'm recording a vlog, do you know what I mean? So just got 1 clip, 1 or 2 clips. €7 for a day pass. You get 2 drinks. So I didn't have the van this morning, so I had no pre-workout with me. So he made me a pre-workout going in, which was very nice. And then free drink on the way out. I had no post-workout yet because I had to do that job with Simon. So I was recording there, and then I just grabbed a Monster on the way out before I come back out to keep me going. Ultra Rosa. I only actually got into the Rosa when this diet really kicked in. I tasted it, you know, when I was at peak body weight a while back, and I was like, fuck this. But when you're peak diet, I know I actually enjoy it, so that is tasty. I'm trying to limit these, you know, to 1 a day as much as I can, especially now that the diet is done. A coffee a day, a Monster a day, a Coke Zero a day, and then I'll have cups of tea in between. I don't really feel as bad drinking cups of tea. Sleep is fucking getting really good as well. I'll fall asleep, you know, probably between 12 and 1 o'clock. If I'm on a late job, it could be 2 o'clock, but I'm still getting up, you know, majority of the time, 6:30 to 7. 7:30 some days. Then the odd day it could be, you know, 8:30, depending on how late the job is, 9 o'clock, whatever it is. I'm prioritising sleep. It's something I've, you know, neglected so much, but now that I'm, you know, back in it and I want to grow like mad, I'm getting the sleep in because I know how important it is, and it's just the easiest thing to do, do you know what I mean? Recover, sleep. And it feels good waking up fresh then, early in the morning, getting work done early, pre-workout meal, into the gym then nice and early. I couldn't imagine, like I used to do before, I couldn't imagine training, you know, in the evening time now, or even late afternoon. I used to train late as fuck, man. But yeah, I'll post post-workout pictures. That was a lovely session this morning. Lovely, lovely session. And the lads in there are absolutely sound, dead on. Post-workout, took a video for Keane. I'll pop that up here. Let you know what let me know what you're thinking in the comments if anyone watches this video. But that's how we're looking. I was 84.6 I think this morning. We've gone up to 85. I will hit 85, you know, throughout the week, but I went back to 84.4 I think yesterday morning, 84.6 this morning. And like, that's with food going in late, you know, like there was a meal going in at 12:30 last night, and I was up at 6:30 this morning. So I'll go down and get a couple of meals in now. Since being back on the YouTube, you know, the videography has, you know, taken, majority of my time, the content creation. Still coaching, absolutely love it, but the videography is obviously a bigger part of it now. But the rest of the day will be spent kind of editing as much as possible, try and get up to date as much as possible. Me being back on it, work is so much more on top of it as well. I did go through, a good slump, you could call it there, from late last year to early this year, to be fair. And there's no way around it. And work does take a hit when you're not on top of your own shit as well. There's no way around it. Simple as. Couple more meals. Yeah, since I did vlog last year, a lot has obviously changed. I'm just happy to be back recording. I absolutely love it. This video is probably long enough from just me chatting shit. That's where we're at the moment. That's how we're looking. That's where training's at. That's where food's at. Yeah, hope you might follow along. If there's anyone here who's doing long cardio sessions, I feel you. I've done it. If you watch back to my videos from the very start, you'll know what I've been through over, the number of years, how long I've been actually doing this, how long I spun my wheels for. I'm hoping this year, what I've done there in the last, number of weeks and number of months will be my chance to, really just stay on top of it. I want this year to be the year that I can really stay on top of my shit. And, who knows what kind of series will be coming in 2025 or where we'll be in 2025. We just have to go for it now and just take it as the days come. But who knows? I'll hopefully get a bit of video going later on. I'm eager back now, I'm eager to record a couple of videos. So I'm eager to get behind the camera and just go with it. So I don't know how much Danielle wants to be on the camera, but she was on it before, so she'll be on it again. That's how the post-workout is looking. Hop on here now for a while. 8 o'clock at the house at the moment. We've been doing a lot to the house, in all fairness. Expensive, but it will be worth it. That's a pergola over there. I want to put ice tub, the hot tub that we bought like 3 years ago in lockdown in there. All the fencing has gone in. The lawn has been reseeded. All the lawn has been reseeded. Like that lawn there is the last of it. That's only just after coming up because it's after getting a bit wet recently and sun in on top of it. Obviously it's getting nice, so all the fencing is done around. Chief is outside full time. We put up his dog run. We did everything ourselves. Obviously just bought all the materials and I've done everything ourselves. There's a new bathroom and stuff going in at the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's, to be fair, doing up the house has been, a massive thing, getting me active again, which is fantastic. But yeah, I want to get this out. There's Keane now. Shout out to the Keane fella for being a big play in me getting back into this because I got on top of my shit. And as I was saying, I want to get this out in the next couple of days. So I'm probably just going to call it a day here. See this as like episode 1 of the return. Just episode 1, just a video really. And hopefully someone will get something out of it. It's mainly just to mark me getting back into it. Not going to say I'm going to be doing these every single day, but we'll just see where it goes over the next while. I really enjoyed just getting the camera out again today. And it makes you be like, oh, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? Because you do have to be in the right mindset to do it. You obviously have to be in the right, frame of mind. But here we are now. We're doing it. I'll go into town, walk into the shop or something. Someone might have seen it, and I'm like, did he see it? Did she see it? What are they saying? What are they saying about this or that? No one gives a fuck, lad. No one actually cares what you do with yourself. I couldn't care less what someone does. So I gave that up a long time ago. When I started posting on Instagram and shit like that. You can hear the young fella in the background, but here we are. We'll see you in the next one. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. I know there wasn't much going on. It was a lot more talking than anything. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. It would, show me that, I suppose someone sees something in these and you might as well keep doing them, lad. But other than that, I'll keep doing them anyway because I love YouTube and YouTube is a big platform and it's helped me a lot in the last number of years, to be fair. So hopefully this can help someone as well. The only thing I need to cop on with is actually this lens is wide. I need to actually look in the lens and not be looking over here. I hate watching videos where you're looking over here. You're watching someone looking at themselves, you know, instead of looking at the lens. It's a hard thing to do, but we'll work on it.